वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Now we are learning the Aksharamala, and in the Aksharamala we are seeing the vowels component. We know that Aksharamala has got 13 vowels, and consonants we will see after vowels. Vowels are called Swaraha, otherwise called Swaravarnaha, and technically called Achaha. And vowels are classified into simple and conjunct. We know that simple vowels are those which have the same place of Ucharanam. Throughout the Ucharanam, the pronunciation, the place of pronunciation is same. That is called simple vowel, monothones. Conjunct vowels are those which start with a particular place and end with a different place. Therefore, there is a combination of the places of pronunciation. And each letter has each vowel, each letter, each consonant, each vowel, each letter, vowels and consonants have their respective place of pronunciation. There is a movement of the tongue inside the mouth. The tongue touches different part of the mouth and the sound is produced. And Sanskritam, unlike English language, mainly an English language, not like English, in the sense that as it is written, the same way it is pronounced. The sum total of the pronunciation of the word, a Sanskrita word, is equal to the sum total of the pronunciation of the individual letters. In English, it is not like that. In English, many words are there. We can show you examples later. Some words are silent. We don't pronounce that. Individually, that letter has got Ucharanam, pronunciation is there. Say, for example, knowledge, Knowledge. K doesn't have sound, silent, knowledge. But in Sanskritam, it is not like that. If a letter is there and the letter can be pronounced, then it must be. There is no silent letter and all. And sometimes you write something and you say it something. There are many words like that. In English, you write, but it is pronounced totally differently from the letters. From the pronounced differently from the sounds of the individual letters. That is why English is difficult. So it has to be learned. It has the not only the letters, the words also, the pronunciation of the words also to be learned in English. But Sanskritam is not like that. The ucharanam of a shabda, a word, is equal to the sum total of the ucharanam of the individual letters. So therefore, the knowledge of the individual letters is important. That is why we are seeing in detail the places of pronunciation. The last class we saw the simple vowels and their places of pronunciation. How many simple vowels are there? Anybody?
9.
9.
9 simple vowels. How many vowels in total?
13.
13.
Therefore,
13.
four conjunct vowels are left out. That is what we are going to see. So you can just quick recap. Have a quick recap. Simple vowels are called samana swaraha, otherwise called amishra swaraha. I explained the word amishra. Amishra meaning there is no mixing of different sounds. Amishra. So the letter, what you see in the screen is, what is the letter? The sound comes from
Throat.
So therefore, it is guttural. The next one is what is the difference between these two?
Matra. It takes 2 matra, long matras.
That's the difference. Only time difference. A is 1 matra, A is 2 matra. Both are guttural. Both are pronounced from the throat only. Next one. E. And the long component of E is E. And what is its place of pronunciation? From where the sound is produced? E.
Palate, from the palate.
From the palate. That's why it's called palatal. So guttural and palatal. The first two are guttural. E is palatal.
Palate.
The next one. U. And U. These are
Labial.
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 These are pronounced by rounding the lips, therefore labial. The next one is R and R. These are
Cerebral.
how it is pronounced.
Mouth cerebrum.
No,
Palate, touch the palate.
not
The
palate.
tongue is folded. The tongue is folded.
The tongue touches the roof of the mouth, not dental. That doesn't touch the teeth. Doesn't touch the teeth. The tongue touches the roof of the mouth. Okay. So you can unmute your mic, no problem, but make sure there is no background noise. That should not be fan noise or the other noise. That is not there, you can unmute your mic, no problem. The next one is L. This is dental. The tongue touches just above the upper teeth. This is okay. Is it short or long one? This L.
It's only one thing.
Short. Only one.
No, there is
There is no long.
There is no long form. So L. So these are the 9 simple vowels. Among the 9 simple vowels, there are 5 short vowels and 4 long vowels. A, E, U, R, and L. These are 5 short vowels. A, E, U, R. These 4 are long vowels. Among the 9, 5 short vowels and 4 long vowels. So these are the simple vowels. Now we will see the conjunct vowels, otherwise called diphthongs. In Sanskritam, it is called Samyukta Swaraha or Sanyukta Swaraha, otherwise called Mishra Swaraha. Mishra is mixture, combination of two sounds. These are, what is this letter?
A.
Is it a short one or a long one?
Short one.
Long one.
Long.
No, there is no short or long. It is A.
Only long.
A is a long vowel. It doesn't have a short form. A is a long vowel. In Sanskritam, there is no short A. So to say A is not correct. A, it is a long vowel, 2 matras. So A is not short. Somebody said it is neither long nor short. That is also not correct. It's a long vowel. Because vowels can be pronounced independently. Therefore, it must have matra. Why it is not neither short nor long? It must be any one of them. So A is a long vowel. Please note that. There is no short component of A. Many times we do the mistake. A, maybe make it short. It is not short. It is long. Then the next one is I. It is I. This is also long vowel. Right? The next one is O. O is also a long vowel. O and then OW. O and OW are similar to the letters A. You write the letter A on one stroke at the top becomes O. One more stroke becomes OW. So A, I, O, OW. These 4 are conjunct vowels and they are long vowels. All the four are conjunct and long vowels. All the 4 are conjunct and long vowels. A, I, O, OW. So here you need to note that A, I, O, OW, these 4 are long, doesn't have short, number 1. Similarly, the L, which is a simple vowel, doesn't have its long form. So these things you need to remember. We do mistake often here. That's why. So now, 9 plus 4, 13. 13 vowels are there. Among the 13 vowels, 9 vowels are simple. And the remaining 4 are conjunct. And among the 13 vowels, how many short vowels are there? Anybody?
5.
5.
5 short vowels. And long vowels?
8. 8.
8 long
8.
vowels.
8.
There are 4 long vowels. There is some dog barking sound. I think Deepa, your side.
Sorry.
4 long vowels, 4 simple long vowels, and 4 conjunct long vowels. All the conjunct vowels are long vowels. All the conjunct vowels are long vowels. So among the simple vowels, 4 short vowels and 4 the long conjunct vowels, therefore 8. So this is another way of classification. Based on the place of pronunciation, classified as simple and conjunct. Based on the time taken, that is matra, classified as short and long. Based on the place of pronunciation, it is classified into simple vowels and conjunct vowels. Simple vowels are 9 in number and conjunct 4. Based on the time, matra, it is classified into short vowels and long vowels, 5 short vowels and 8 long vowels. This is a classification of vowels. Now, how to write this A? You can see A. How to write this A? This is how it is written. You can, I think I'm sharing the screen. You can see A, the simple letter. If you know A, then I can be written. I has got one stroke at the top. That is I. So A and I. So this is A and I is written like this. Can you all see the screen?
Yes.
So A and I. Then O. Like this O, that Om is, we say Om is nothing but this from this O only. This O is a combination of the letter Akara and Ukara and Makara at the end. So A plus U. Akara is guttural, Ukara is labial. So the combination of the sound of guttural and labial, which is O, and ending with Makara, Om. So this is O. The sound is the combination of guttural and labial. Sound starts from the throat, ends with the lips. So therefore it is a conjunct. Then Au. So Au has got one more stroke at the top of O. You get Au. I'll send you a PDF file, the letters, for practicing the letters. That is, it's like a workbook. You can take a printout and practice. For a complete beginner, it will be very useful. You can practice that. So first you have to practice writing the letters and then practice writing the words and reading the words. That is how we are going to do. Since we are doing Akshara Abhyasa, therefore this, the writing and the pronunciation is important. So our first part of the learning is Akshara. After Akshara Abhyasa, we will do Shabda Abhyasa. Then we do Vakya Abhyasa. That is how we are going to proceed. So this is how. Okay. So now you know all the letters, all the vowels, and their places of pronunciation. The knowledge of the place of pronunciation is very important. So we saw what are simple and conjunct vowels. As I said before, the conjunct vowels A, I, O, Au, these are the combination of two different sounds. Beginning has got one sound and ending has got another sound. Like in A and I, the combination of guttural plus palatal. And O and Au is combination of guttural plus labial. Two sounds are there. Therefore, they are called conjunct. Then how to write the letters, that also we have seen. So I'm skipping that part also. So vowels part we have seen. Yeah, do you have any doubt in vowels? You can please ask. Anybody has any doubt? A, what we saw, and I, Au. So shall we move to the consonants now? Are you comfortable with vowels? 13 vowels?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Maharaj.
Before moving to the consonants, we need to know one more thing. That is
Antaru.
13 plus 2. Always we say, how many vowels? If anybody asks, you have to say 13 plus 2. 13 are the vowels, main vowels. Plus 2. What is that plus 2? That is the syllable, that the vowel R and the vowel R with a dot at the top. With a dot at the top, that is and a colon. And colon to the right of the letter. That is called Visarga. It is called Visarga or Visarjaniya. It's a technical name. Visarjaniya is a technical name, otherwise called Visarga. This dot and colon doesn't stand alone. These cannot be pronounced independently. This dot at the top of the vowel and colon to the right of the vowel, it comes always with the vowel. Dot cannot be independently, cannot stand. Similarly, colon also. And dot is called Anuswara and colon is called Visarga. So we will use the word Anuswara and Visarga. The dot with the vowel A is pronounced as And the colon with the vowel A is pronounced as Visarga. It is Visarga with the vowel A is pronounced as Aha. The colon is called Visarga. The Visarga with the vowel Akara A is pronounced as Aha. So Aha. That is why plus 2, 13 plus 2. And they are not independently used like other vowels because they cannot be pronounced. And another important thing is they add specific sounds to the syllable, to the vowel. A becomes A becomes and A becomes Aha. Similarly, for the other vowels, we will see before that, the dot on the top of the syllable is called Anuswara, Anuswaraha. What is that? Anuswaraha. Can anyone just guess what could be the place of pronunciation of Anuswara?
Starting with guttural and ends with labial.
Labial.
That's good for the letter but Anuswara alone cannot be pronounced, but that part alone, you can say, is that, therefore guttural you're saying. What is the Anuswara? From where the Anuswara sound comes? The word Anuswara itself is interesting. Anu means that which follows a vowel. It's called Anuswara. Anuswara is nasal. It is nasal. That Anuswara sound, it is produced from the nose. Okay.
You want that word, Guruji?
Not the word. Word has got number of letters. So what is the place of pronunciation now to answer that? There is no answer for it, right? Combination of many letters. Anuswaraha, the word. So therefore, what is the place of pronunciation of the word Anuswara? I cannot ask. The dot alone I'm asking. The dot, the bindu on the top of the syllable. That is pronounced from the nose. That's why it's called nasal. Okay. We will be seeing later when we study further the Shiksha Sutrani, and we are going to see and we are going to chant that every class. That you will see. It is Anuswara. It is from the Nasika. From the nose, the sound is produced. The dot is called Anuswara. The Ucharana Sthanam of Anuswara is nose. Therefore, nasal. It's nasal. The name for the bindu is called anuswara, and the place of pronunciation is nose. The sound is null. Similarly, the colon to the next to the vowel is called visarga. Visarga is a technical name. Visarga, visarjaniya, or visarga. You can note that. Visarga, the colon alone, as it cannot stand alone, but the sound part, it comes from the throat. Visarga, aha. You have to say aha, a and ha, aha. The sound comes from the throat only. Aha. In the transliteration, you will see the visarga written as H with dot at the bottom. According to the International Standard Transliteration, the visarga you will see written as H and a dot at the bottom. Visargaha. It is pronounced as visargaha. The transliteration I am reading, not this Samskrita word. Samskrita word we need to learn to read. We will see. The transliteration is Visargah. Visargaha. That in Visargaha itself, Visarga is there. In Visarga, in the word very Visarga itself, Visarga is there. Colon is there. Okay. So and aha. So these are the extra 2. 13 plus 2. Now, before going to the next one, should it be added only to the letter A, or can we add to any letter? This visarga and this anuswara can be added to any vowel, not only to the letter A. Right? Suppose if you add this anuswara to the letter E with this dot, what will be the pronunciation?
Iha.
I'm asking the dot, not iha, visarga, not visarga.
Anuswaraha im.
It will be im. If the vowel is a and anuswara is there, then
Am.
It is not because the vowel is a dirgha. It's a long vowel. The long vowel with a dot. Let me use the word anuswara. Let us be familiar with the word anuswara. Anuswara on the top of the vowel a will be am. Similarly, okay, let me go back. Similarly, the anuswara at the top of the vowel E will become im. Then anuswara at the top of the vowel E will be the long E. It will be im. You have to say im. The dot will be here. You can put the dot here. Just below the 3, the stroke 3, you can put the dot. Im. The sound will be im. The long vowel, the sound must be there with the anuswara. Im. So am, im, im. The next one with the letter U, it will be U and with a dot at the top. And for the long U, it will be The long U with the anuswara will be Then for the letter R, it will be Rim. And for the long Rukara, it will be Rum. Okay, R is a long vowel, and with the anuswara will be Rum. So, am, im, rum, rum, then L will be
Lim.
lim. Then with the conjunct vowel, A, it will be
Aim.
aim. And with the vowel I, it will be
I'm.
aim. You have to say aim. Aim is the Bijakshara for Saraswati. All this, with this Anuswara sound, you will see in the Mantra Shastra. Im, lum, aim, aim, om. All this will be in the Mantra Shastra. So, even in the language, it is there. Aim sound is there. So I with the Chandra with the Anuswara will be Aim, and it is the Bijakshara for Saraswati. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Saraswati mantra will have Om and Aim also. Aim is Bijakshara. Every Devata has got Bija Akshara, the seed sound. Particular Akshara sound is there. Then O with the with the Anuswara will be
Om.
O with the Anuswara will be Om. In fact, this is what is Om is. This is what Om is. O with the Anuswara will be Om. This is the script for the sound Om. But you see Om written some in a different way, like U. That is not the letter for the sound Om. Okay. It is not a Devanagari script for the sound Om. It is a representation of the sound Om. It is not the letter. It is not the letter. People get confused sometimes with the letter U is there. U and one Chandra Bindu will be there. U. It is not the verbal Devanagari script. Om, if you want to write using the letters of the Devanagari script, you have to use O only. O with the Anuswara, or we can use Makara, that we will see later. O with the Anuswara will be Om. So Om is
The
O.
dot can be in the place of 6.
Sorry? Yeah.
The dot can be in the place of 6.
In the place of 6. Yes. It can be in the place of 7 also.
Okay.
Okay. Generally written in the place of 7. Then the next one is Au. What will be with Anuswara?
Om.
Aum.
Om.
So Om is there, Aum also is there. Om is the replacement for Om. In the Mantra Shastra, they say, don't ask me why. In the Mantra Shastra, I'm saying, there's the syllable Om, they say that the Stri should not pronounce the word Om. Maybe some reason. We don't know what reason is. Some people give scientific reason also. We don't know. Instead of Om, they can pronounce Om. But nowadays everybody says it's a different thing. It is accepted now. But in the Mantra Shastra, I'm saying Om. In the place of Om, wherever Om is there, they are supposed to say Om. So those who know the Upasana and Mantra Shastra, they may be knowing this. When Om alone is pronounced, they will say it as Om. It is Om. Then the next one is, that's all. So, O is the last letter. Now, this Anuswara, that is the Bindu, the dot, and the colon, Visarga. The Visarga part we have to see. Now, this Anuswara is added. Do we add only to the vowel A? No, we add to all the vowels. Therefore only 13 plus 2. Plus 2, that it's only a just a sample letter. Aha. Anuswara can be added to all the vowels. Aha, aha alone, it is not only aha. It could be im and ihi. We are going to see that. So this Anuswara and Visarga can be added to all the vowels. To show that, just we say aha. 13 plus 2. It is not only plus 2. In fact, it is plus all the vowels you have to count. All the vowels can take Anuswara. All the vowels can take Visarga. So that also we have to count. But we don't have to count everything. That's why just to say this Anuswara and Visarga can be added to the vowels, we say plus 2. Okay. I hope you understand. Do you have any doubts?
No, Guruji, it's clear.
Okay. So Anuswara part we have seen. Now Visarga part we will see. So am, im, rum, rum, lim, aim, aim, om, aum. Now the Visarga part. Visarga, that is the colon to the vowel a becomes aha. To the letter, to the vowel a, Visarga is added and it is pronounced as aha. Suppose if you add the colon to the letter a, then what will be the
Aha.
pronunciation?
Aha.
Aha, you have to say.
Aha.
Yes. Aha. Okay. Some people say iha, not iha and all. Aha. That is the vowel to be pronounced completely, and Visarga goes along with the sound of the vowel. A is that aha. Aha. Goes along with the sound of the vowel, whether it is short or long. If it is long, it goes along with the dirgha sound. Then with the letter E, it will be
Ihi.
short
Iha.
vowel.
Okay, ihi.
Not iha.
Iha.
Not
Iha.
iha. It's not iha, it is ihi.
Ihi.
The Visarga takes the sound of the vowel.
The vowel. Okay.
In the case of a, Visarga take the sound of the vowel a. Aha. Aha. In the case of the vowel E, the Visarga takes the sound of the letter E, becomes ihi, not iha. This is a common mistake people do. So you have to correct it. Okay. If you already learned or orientation to say is iha, to be corrected. E plus Visarga becomes ihi. Understand?
He.
Okay, Guruji.
That's why we say, like in the words, Harihi, Om, Harihi, right?
Yeah.
Hari. The word Hari ends with E sound. And Visarga is the Harihi, right? Not Ariha. We don't say Ariha, Harihi. Then with the vowel E, it will be
Ihi.
Ihi. Good. Along with the dirgha sound. Ihi. Then with the sound U, it will be
Uhu.
Uhu. Like Guruhu. The word Guru ends with the vowel U. And Visarga to that sound U will be Uhu. Guruhu. And with the next vowel U. Visarga with the vowel U.
Uhu.
Uhu. Please note that. So aha, aha, ihi, ihi, uhu, uhu. Then ru will be
Ru.
with Visarga.
Ruhu.
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 That's all. Ruhu.
Rih.
Not ruk, ruhu. Then with the letter ru, it will be
Ruhu.
ruhu. And with the letter lu, luhu, luhu. With the letter A, it will be
Ehe.
Ehu.
not ehe. Ehe.
Hey, hey.
Sound will be
A vowel.
ehe, not ehe. When you say ehe, you are bringing some other sound. H.
Correct.
Ehe goes ehe, right? Then with the letter I, it will be
He.
aihi, like in the word ramaihi, aihi. So ehe, aihi. You need to note that. Not ehe. Sorry, not ehi, ehu. Ehe, aihi. Ehe, aihi, not aihi. That h sound comes, that you have to correct it. With the sound o, it will be
Ohu.
Oho.
Oho, yes.
Oho. Okay.
Ehe, aihi, oho, oho. The visarga takes the sound of the vowel. O, vowel
Correct,
is
correct.
o.
So,
Oho.
Oho. Okay.
The sound, you can watch the sound of the visarga goes along with the vowel. Oho. O, it is labial, and visarga has got throat. So oho goes like that. And with the vowel ow, it will be
Auhu.
Auhu.
ohu. Okay, so oho, ohu.
Auhu.
Ehe, aihi. So with the letter anuswara will be visarga will be aha. With the letter it will be
Am.
aha.
Aha.
Im, ihi.
Ihi.
Im, ihi.
Ihi.
Uhu,
Um.
uhu, uhu. Rim,
Im.
ruh, rum,
Ru.
ruh. Then lim, lih, aim, ehe, aim, aihi,
Ihi.
oho, om, aum, auhu.
Auhu.
These are the sounds of the vowels with the anuswara and visarga. You will be used to it when you start reading words. There you will see the words ending with the vowels, these vowels. And when visarga follows that, you will learn how to read that. Now, independently we are reading. Therefore, you may find it a bit difficult, but not the sound. Oho, ohu, ehe, aihi, ihi, ihi, ihi. Here the e and all will people generally do a mistake. Iha, there's no iha. Ihi, ihi, uhu, uhu. Anuswara, there is no problem. With anuswara, there is no problem, but with visarga, there could be problem in the pronunciation. Therefore, need to note that. Now, therefore, 13 plus 2. So plus 2 is, that's only an upachara. Upachara means a sample for anuswara and visarga. Okay, so now you know how many vowels are there. 13 plus 2 vowels. Then we have seen the classification of vowels based on the place of pronunciation, that is simple and conjunct. Now, based on the unit of time, that is called matraha. You can see the English transliteration of the word matraha. That also visarga is the matraha. The word is matra, ending with the sound a, and visarga follows that. Therefore, matraha. Suppose if it is matra, then what will be the sound? The visarga?
Matraha.
It will be matraha, right? So matra is, what is a matra? It's a measurement of time, the unit of time taken by the letter for its ucharanam. That's called matra. So based on the time now, time taken to pronounce the vowels, they are classified into short and long. Short vowels and long vowels, which we have seen already. What are the short vowels? Short vowels in Sanskritam is called Rasva Swaraha. You won't be able to read now the Sanskrita word for it. We will see that later when we learn consonants you will be able to read. Hrasva Svaraha. Short is called Hrasva. H R S V A. Hrasva. I'm giving a transliteration for that word. Hrasva. So the short vowels are A, then E, U, R, and
Lu.
L. These are the five short vowels. Then how to pronounce, just giving a guide of pronunciation. L. The letter A is pronounced as in the word America cup. I think we know it. Therefore, you can skip this since we all have the native language background, Indian language background. Therefore, we won't have any problem in pronouncing the vowels. Therefore, this part we can skip, or we can quickly read. Only A is pronounced as in the word America or cup. E is pronounced as in the word inform or heat. O is pronounced as in the word look. Look, that O is the O sound. So A, E, U, these are the basic sounds. A is guttural, E is palatal, U is labial. Then the next one, R, is a special letter. R, there is no really equivalent in English. It's only a closest word only can be, pronunciation can be given, like in the word crystal, river, but it is not the exact equivalent. Some people, they pronounce the word as R as Ri. In North people, they pronounce the word, this letter, R as Ri. That is acceptable. Even the Vedic chanting, there are some differences. In Purusha Suktam and all, you will find there will be some differences. That is fine. So it is R. We will pronounce it as R. And L. L is, that also is a very special letter. So there is no English equivalent for it. But the sound will be like in the word jewelry, glycerine, that the L sound is there. So Rukara and Likara. Then the long vowels. Long vowels we know. So 5 short vowels. Therefore, balance. That 8 will be long vowels. A, E, U, R, A, I, O, and O. These are the long vowels. And the pronunciation. A is pronounced as in the word father. E is pronounced as in the word easy or eagle. U is pronounced as in the word rooster. R is a long form of R, which is pronounced as in the word reed. Ye, like in the word grey or gate, fate. I, like in the word my or fly. Then O, like in the word goat or goad. Ow, as in the word down, noun. This is only for the people who have the English background. So who knows only English background. We have native language knowledge. Therefore, you can quickly read that. Then about the matra. What is a short vowel? The time taken to pronounce a short vowel is 1 second. 1 second is only in upachara, 1 unit of time. Then it is a short vowel. If it takes 2 units of time, then it is a long vowel. So all the diphthongs, that is, all the conjunct vowels are
Diphthongs.
diphthongs. All the conjunct vowels are long vowels. Conjunct vowels are diphthongs. All the conjunct vowels take 2 units of time. So diphthongs, otherwise called conjunct vowels, are long vowels. A, I, O, Au. These 4 the 4 are conjunct vowels. These are long vowels. There is no short component for this. Then Is a unit of time is only short and long? No. We have got one more thing. What is that? It is elongated vowel sound. That is, vowels can take more than 2 seconds. It can take more than 2 seconds, like in the word Om. Om is a word also. It is not a, Om is not a letter. In fact, Om is a Shabda. It's a word. Om. It takes 3 units of time, more than 2 units, 3 units. Really speaking, the word Om should not exceed 3 seconds. O being a conjunct vowel and long vowel, therefore 2 units of time. And this that makara, the sound, which is a consonant, we are going to see that, which is only half matra, half unit of time. Therefore, Om, really speaking, must not take more than 2.5 matras or 3 matras maximum. Om, that's all. You cannot stretch the Om infinitely. Om, like in the meditation they do. It is not correct. It's all modern wrong meditation. Stretching the Om for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and some people they stretch it for 30 seconds, long Om. It's all wrong actually. Om is only 3 matras. More than 2 matra, we can take 3 matras. Om. That's all Om is. You cannot stretch it. How can you stretch it? The vowel O being 2 matra and makara we can give extend half matra above the consonant makara. You can give another half matra and you can do it for another 1 unit of time, 1 matra. So total 3 matras only. You cannot stretch it. So Om has got 3 matras. Let us say 3 matras, more than 2 matras. Now this elongated vowels, not only Om, I'm giving as an example. In the Veda, you will find, in the Vedic chanting, there you will find it is elongated. Like in Taittiriya Upanishad, you will find those who know Vedic chanting, they can follow that Taittiriya Upanishad. The Taittiriya Upanishad, which has got swara, so therefore it can be recited. Not all the Upanishads can be recited, but Taittiriya Upanishad has got swara. Ishavasya Upanishad has got swara, and Mahanarayana Upanishad, important Upanishad, which has got all the Vedika mantras for puja and all. They all for chanting, can be chanted. So in the Taittiriya Upanishad, in the Brahmananda Vali, one section of the Upanishad, there it comes. I'll just chant only a few lines. There you will see this elongated sound of the vowels. Athato nuprashnaha uta vidva namullokam pretya kaschana gacchati. Aho vidva namullokam pretya kaschit samashnuta. So kamayata. Just apart from the Taittiriya Upanishad. There you see the vowel is stretched. Kaschana gacchati. 3 matra. So in the Vedic chanting, you will find such stretching, elongation of the vowel. More than the matra. What generally is to be. More than the general matra of the vowel, it is stretched. Those are called pluta. So we know short, we know long. So elongated or protracted sound is called plutaha. It's called plutaha. So you can note. So elongated sound of the vowel is called plutaha. we will see how to how to how to pronounce, how to read this word Pluta. Now it is in Sanskritam in the screen. They are called Plutaha. You can write if you want Pluta. Pluta. Short Sanskrit word for elongated. Elongated vowel is Pluta. I gave the Sanskrit word for short, which is Hrasva, Hrsva. Similarly, for the long, it is Dirga, Dirga, Dirga. And for Pluta, which has got more than two matra, Pluta. If you are writing English transliteration, you can write like that. I will show you the English transliteration later. So, based on the matra, now you know the classification. Short, long, very long. You can call Pluta as very long. Very long vowels sound you will find in the Vedic mantras, Vedic chanting, or in the word Om. That's Om is the best example. It's got Pluta sound. Okay, understand this?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Guruji.
This is a
Excuse me,
simple,
Maharaj. I
yeah.
have a question, Maharaj. Yeah. So isn't that the matra is variable, or it has to be always in 1 second and 2 second? So if isn't that so, Maharaj?
Matra is variable. What does it mean? And one second.
Matra. So you said Om cannot be extended more than 2.5 seconds. So is that the unit of measurement is always fixed, like, the matra is 1 second, or on what basis we can't extend the sound of Om?
1 unit of time, whether it is 1 second or whatever it may be.
Okay.
If you are giving, say, for the letter A, you are giving 2 seconds.
Okay.
The long component of that will be 4 seconds. A, right?
Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
So 1
Okay.
second is just a unit of time. I just gave.
Okay.
Suppose if we give 1 minute for the letter A, then it should be A must be 2 minutes. But we don't stretch it like that.
Okay. Okay.
Just a unit, I give 1 second. Or matra, this also we have said, the time taken to blink,
Okay.
that is 1 matra. That's a
Okay.
unit of time,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Okay, Maharaj.
The
In
time
case,
taken to blink is called matra.
Okay.
And if the 1 matra for the vowel A and 2 matras for the long vowel A, similarly for other vowels.
Okay. Okay. All right, Maharaj.
So this is a simple shloka which says the matra which gives a matra for all the letters. Eka matro bhaved hrasvaha. Here you can see the word hrasvaha. Hrasvah. Hrasvaha means short. Dvimatro dirgha uchyate. Dirgha, Dirgha. Dirgha means long. Trimatrastu Pluto Jneyaha. Pluto, Pluto, not Pluto, not the 9th planet. Pluto is the elongated, very long vowel. Pluto. Not To. Pluto is Pluta. Pluta. Here Pluto is that something happens when in the grammar. That's why it become Pluta become Pluto. We will see that later. The word for long vowel is Pluta. Pluta. Trimatrastu Pluto Jneyaha. Vyanjanam Chardhamatrakam. Vyanjanam is consonant. Consonants, how many matras consonants have?
1.
Half matra.
Half.
Ardhamatrakam. Ardha is half. Ardhamatra, half matra. Eka matra, 1 matra. 1 matra for the short vowels. Dvi means 2. From the word dvi only, the word 2 has come in English. 2 matra for the long vowels, dirgha. 3, from 3 only 3 has come. From 3 matras for Pluta, Vyanjanam, consonants. Consonants have half matra, ardha matra. So the shloka says how many units of time the vowels can take. You can repeat. Ekamatro bhaved hrasvaha.
Ekamatro bhavet krasvaha.
Dvimatro dirgha uchyate.
Dvimatro dirgha uchyate.
Trimatrastu pluto jneyaha.
Trimatrastu pluto jneyaha. Okay.
Jneyaha. We will.
Neyaha. Okay. Neyaha.
Vyanjanam chardhamatrakam.
Vyanjanam chardhamatrakam.
Matramakam is the
Matramakam. Okay, some typo. Some typos are there. I have to correct. Matrakam.
Matrakam,
Chardhamatra,
okay.
not matramakam. Okay. Okay, I think we can.
Maharaj, sorry Maharaj, ஒரு
Okay.
சின்ன கொஸ்டின் அது பேஸ் பண்ணி தான்.
சொல்லுங்க.
இப்போ யூனிட் வந்து 1 2 ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம்னா, இப்போ வேரிடுனா இது வந்து ஒரு 2 மாத்திரை அது 4 மாத்திரை அப்படின்னு ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்றோம்னா, அப்போ ஓமும் எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் ஆகுங்களா ஆகக்கூடாதுங்களா?
No. I just gave that. I thought this question will come. I gave the unit of time. That's why immediately I changed that the time taken to blink the eye. I changed that immediately. Matra is time taken to blink. If I say 1 second, then you can say ah for 1 hour and ah for 2 hours.
Okay.
Then om, we can give justification for extending om. That's
Okay. Okay, Maharaj. Thank you.
So om is 3 matra. The time taken to blink is called a matra. So that much time the om can take.
Okay, thank you.
Why I
Maharaj.
said this? Because in the modern meditation, people they stretch om for a long. No,
Yeah, very long time.
that's not proper. It is not Vedic. It is unvedic or non-Vedic.
Okay.
Okay, we can
Thank you,
stop here.
Maharaj.
Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Shantah Shantah Shantah. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. If you have any feedback, you can please tell me, and everybody can participate. Unmute the mic. Only thing is the background noise should not be there. Otherwise, you can unmute your mic and participate. These are the basic classes. Many things you may be knowing. Some basic knowledge definitely must be there. But we are making it very clear, certain things. If you have some vague knowledge is there, that we are removing it and making it very clear. Okay. So, if you have any doubts, you can please ask.
No doubts, Guruji. Thank you very much.
I will send you the PDF practicing letters. You can practice. You can take a printout of that and do practice writing it. Writing and reading both are important, and do it. Murthy ji joined now, but the class is just ended.